Carolina Panthers have traded Brian Burns. Let's get right to Charlotte Sports Live's Gabe McDonald. Gabe.
Yeah, Alicia, multiple reports saying Panthers defensive end Brian Burns is involved in a sign and trade deal with the New York Giants. Burns lands a 5-year deal worth $150 million max with $87.5 million guaranteed.
And did we say it's a must-win? Because this is a must-win game. Both these teams coming into 0-3 and in search of that first win of the season. But here on Black and Blue Kickoff Live, we have been winning since day one because we bring you exclusive interviews that you cannot get anywhere else, including one today with the Red Rifle himself, number 14, Andy Dalton.
Under Canales' guidance, Smith revived his career, leading the league in completion percentage, setting franchise records in yards, completions, and attempts, which led to Smith being named NFL Comeback Player of the Year. That led to a big payday for Smith and a new challenge for Canales. Watch the front when the ball is snapped. The 4-eye is going to come across the formation, playing a little game with the offensive line. They bring in their nickel guy as well. So they have 6 for LSU 6, but watch Bryce Young keeping his eyes down the field. The pressure doesn't even faze him, even as he scrambles to the other side towards the boundary. Still keeps his eyes downfield, makes a spectacular throw. The coverage breaks down. Easy pitch and catch for the touchdown.
Nothing like experiencing something in life for the very first time. It's like saying your first words, learning how to ride a bike, or getting behind the wheel of a Cup Series car for the first time as a full-time driver. That's the case for a trio of rookies in Carson Hocevar, Zane Smith, and Josh Berry.
You did mention your future. How do you process that personally? Because I know obviously it might be similar to maybe handling trade rumors, or something like that when you were playing. How do you personally process that?
It's exactly the same way. This is not the first time that teams have tried to replace me.
Another team that I want to look out for,
I know you're saying.
Will Wade and these McNeese Cowboys.
I knew you were going to.
He said they lost 23 games last year, and he called his own shot. They are 30-3, one of the hottest teams in the country. 230 wins across all 3 series. Could you have ever envisioned anything like that?
No, not really. The earlier days, kind of went by a little bit slow.
R.J. Davis, the ACC Player of the Year, a game-high 22 points. Armando Bacot, 20 points, 15 boards. Get this, that's now 7 consecutive double-doubles in the Big Dance, dating back to that 2022 run to the national title game. This was something that was really years in the making, and now it's finally coming to fruition. The stars of tomorrow are local high school players, finally getting a chance to play where the big boys play. The offense has been rather vanilla, but we want to see, some sprinkles, maybe a little cherry on top, some chocolate syrup. We need something. These guys need to show some flash because this is really their last chance for a lot of these guys to make an impression before that cut day coming up.
Let's show us something. We need some flash.
First game back in a long time and getting a win, just everything you've been through. How are you feeling right now, man?
I can't even watch that. This is tough.
Got to give a lot of credit to Kyle Larson just coming out here and being able to fight to the finish and get a big win because you always want to set the tone early in the playoffs, and anytime you can get a win here, it's always big for any driver.
I got to quote Drake real quick.
Uh-oh.
Better late than never, but never late is better. Why wait until now? I mean,
Right.
I think this is possibly a move that should have happened a little bit sooner. I mean, we saw him call the plays in the second half of the preseason games.
But here's the thing for TCU throughout the entire season is that they have somehow just found a way to win.
Yeah, good point. That's what good
That's
things do.
that dog in them, is that what they say?
The frog in them.
The frog.
That is pretty good.
There you go.
We got
But
more to
before we
talk
go-
about. Oh, no. The gritty. Here it is. Good night, everybody.
Well, we've all heard the old saying, it's not about the size of the dog in the fight, but it's about the size of the fight in the dog. Well, as the new saying goes, Cameron Simpson Jr. simply has that dog in him. Here's a story of how a young man from right here in Charlotte overcame being undersized to become one of the best high school wrestlers this state has ever seen.
My first sport that I really wanted to do was football. And I was like, oh no, this rocket taking off a little too slow.
Cameron Stinson's senior son, Cameron Jr., eventually found a new passion that led to him making a home on the mat.
My first 3 years, I think I only won like 1 or 2 out of probably 100, 90, 100 matches. So it kind of, I don't know how I stuck with it all the way through, but I did.
The struggles early on would pave the way for success for Cameron Stinson Jr., with his father, an assistant coach at Mallard Creek, and former South Mac wrestler helping lead the way.
He told me to stay with it because, who knows what the sport will bring to me. It's not just for the winning, but to help me become a better person. So I stayed with it, and then as time came, I got better with the sport.
As Cameron improved at his craft, the pressure on him would increase over time. However, the fear of failure was something that motivated him.
When you have that fear going into a match, it kind of keeps you level-headed and keeps you in check just so you know, okay, I know something bad can happen at any time. Let me wrestle to the best of my ability and know, hey, let me be cautious of this and that. And I feel like that's just how people wrestle their best.
That approach helped Cameron become one of the best wrestlers in state history. From the time he started his career as a Maverick, the wins started piling up, 205 to be exact. His record unblemished and legacy cemented as he is the first wrestler in North Carolina history to win over 200 matches and 4 consecutive state titles.
Four-time state champion, Cameron Stinson.
It's success not even his biggest supporters could have seen coming.
If you would have asked me Cam's 8th grade year that he was going to be a 4-time undefeated state champ, I would have looked at you and laughed.
It's unreal. It's crazy to watch and realize that I'm related to him. Like, it's just a crazy feeling, and it's amazing.
And one could say the best is still yet to come for the young phenom. Stinson will head to Chapel Hill and rock the Carolina Blue for one of the top programs in the country. When looking back over his journey up to this point, he's proud to have set an example and left a legacy that will be remembered for quite some time.
I was never good at the sport, to see how far I've came and the legacy and history I've put on the sport, and knowing others can do it too and that they look up to me and they want to do it just like me, I mean, it means the world.